It's getting to that time of year when you need to change your cycling wardrobe, if you haven't done so already, that is. And it can be tricky choosing the right kit to wear when you're cycling. So I'm delighted to say that I've got a selection of jackets here that are designed specifically for this changeable weather that many of us are experiencing right now.
Yeah, why don't you come? Show me good clothes. Yeah. Why don't you come? Show me good clothes.
Well, thanks to our friends at ASSOS, we have 3 different MILLE GT jackets to give away. Well, you are going to have to be a little bit patient though, because I'm going to be explaining exactly what you have to do to get your hands on one of these jackets at the end of the video. But for now, I think it's time we got unfolding. Let's start with this, the MILLE GT Spring Fall Jacket. And as you'd expect from its name, it is designed for that interchangeable period between summer and winter that is so difficult to dress for. Let's take a closer look at the front. This panel here on the chest is made from a new hydrophilic membrane, which, as you'd expect from its name, is designed to repel water, but also be windproof. So the idea is it keeps your core, that key part of your body, warm and dry and protected from the weather at this time of year. And it's also, it might not look like it, but it has a stretch, which just gives you that closer fit. Staying on the front of the jacket, we've got a different panel here in the lower half. This is actually using the ASSOS RX fabric, which is a brushed feel, which you can see here. So it's designed for breathability as well as insulation to help keep you warm. Well, that's the front covered. So let's flip the jacket over and look at the back. Here across the back and under the arms, we have this stretchy material that's actually unique to ASSOS, and they've labeled it the Type 157 Stretch Tex, which basically means, as you'd expect, the material is very stretchy, but it's also very breathable, and it even has built-in odor control, so perfect for under the arms. And in case you are lucky enough to be riding somewhere where it's really sunny, it's got built-in UV protection. And now an important part of any jersey or jacket, the pockets. ASSOS have used their triple ramp design, which we've actually featured on their jerseys in the past. Now this basically involves having an extra layer of fabric, so it keeps your belongings that bit safer and stops something like a slidey phone from slipping out whilst riding. And safety is not ignored with this jacket. We've got these reflective strips on either side, which are perfect when the visibility gets a little bit poor at this time of year. And whilst we're talking about finer details, the cuffs are designed to be tight-fitting so that, especially when you're getting into that aero position, you don't get any dreaded drafts going up your sleeve. Well, whilst we're at the cuffs, if you take a look inside, you can see this brushed effect fabric again being used for insulation and breathability that goes all the way up the arm, combined with this stretchy material up to the shoulders. And then at the neck, we've got this nice, soft, very flexible bit at the back for added comfort. And then finally, you can see all the way down the jacket, there's a full-length zip.
Why don't you come?
Next up, we have this, the MILLE GT Winter Jacket, and as the name suggests, it is designed for the more wintry rides, so it does offer that extra insulation from our previous jacket. Well, this jacket uses the same NEOS technology as the previous one, but here on the front it's actually using a triple layer fabric that helps keep the essential core warm and dry. A lighter weight version of this fabric is then used on the shoulders, the upper arm and across the back to help with breathability. And then they've used a brushed effect fabric on the underarms and for the rest of the back for comfort. Well, the same as the Spring Fall jacket, it's got similar features on the pockets. So you've got the reflective strips here for safety, and then the triple ramp design on the pockets, as well as a mono stretch material. So it just helps prevent from having saggy pockets when they're fully loaded with all your winter gear. And other features that are similar, the cuffs designed to stop any draft. And talking of cuffs, earlier I didn't mention these jackets all have this strip on the back just to help with the tight fitting and keeping it nice and close to your kit. And then finally on the front, talking of staying protected from the weather, inside the zip here you've got a nice overlap just for added protection against the weather. And now for the MILLE GT ULTRAZ winter jacket, and as its name alludes, it is designed for riding in the harshest of winter conditions. Half of keeping warm in the winter is about keeping dry. So ASSOS have used the hydrophilic material again on the front to make sure that it is waterproof. But then underneath that, they've actually used a thermal twin deck technology. So you can see here just how warm and cozy this jacket is on the front. And they've used the same technology, but in a lighter version across the upper back so that when you're down on the drops, it just keeps you nice and protected. And talking of being on the drops, there's nothing worse than having the water drip down the back of your neck. So ASSOS have this unique design. If we take a look inside, we have this neck protector, which is neatly folded away at the moment, but when conditions need it, you can actually pull this out and then pop it over your head, so this then fits around your neck. And obviously it's connected to the back of the jacket, so it stops any of those nasty raindrops going down your neck. And then when it stops raining, you can simply take it off, fold it back up, and it goes inside this neck holder down here. And whilst we're looking inside, let's have a look at this fabric. So again, they've used the brush effect for added comfort, but also for its wickability. So no matter how hard you're working, it should keep you at the perfect temperature. As much as you need to keep warm, they've also included slightly thinner section material down the center of the back, where hopefully the weather conditions won't affect so much, and it just adds to the breathability of the jacket. And as you can see, this one has a full length zip, just like the other jackets, and again, the same cuffs to prevent any rain going down your sleeves. And when we come to the bottom of the jacket, it's got the same finish with the elastic at the back to keep it nice and snug. And the whole jacket does have an amount of stretch, even with its water repellent properties, just to add to the good fit. Finally, we flip it over onto the back. Again, we have the same features with the pockets as we have with the other jackets. Now, the thing that excites me the most about this jacket, ASSOS actually recommend that it's great for other sports, not purely for cycling, and they suggest that it can work well for running and cross-country skiing as well. Now, you might be wondering what colour options you have with these jackets. Well, each jacket comes in 3 different colourways, some of which you've actually seen here today. But that's probably enough information about these jackets and enough of me talking. You've been patient, so I think it is time to let you know how you can get your hands on one of these jackets in time for some winter riding miles. All you need to do is click on the link in the description below, answer a simple question, and then you've got a chance to win one of these jackets. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed this. Hit the thumb up like button if you have. And to make sure you don't miss any more of our videos from GTN, just hit the globe to subscribe. And if you are heading out there on the bike and you want to know how to ride into a headwind, we've made a video on that just here. And for some winter base training myths expelled, you can find that video just here.